Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today I'm going to show you my finished pages for April. Yeah, we just had April. Okay, there are a lot, so we're just going to get straight into it. The lighting is a little dark in here because it is nighttime, but hopefully I'll be able to make it so that you can see halfway decent with the editing. So, I participated and am participating in, for the rest of the year, the Color Your Horde Color Along. And so I am picking a lot of books off of the shelves to color my first page in them. So this is Birds by Georgie Woolridge, and I colored this owl, and I used gel pens for that. So there you go. You can see the glitter. I really like her books. I've colored in animals and birds now, and the other one that I have is sea life. Then I did my very first Anamorphia, or I should say my very first Kirby Rosanna's picture ever. And this is the one I did here. Must say I am quite pleased with how it came out, and it wasn't anywhere near as hard or daunting as I thought it was going to be. So I used what did I use? Pretty sure I just watercolored the background and the bear. Used my Prismacolors to color the doodle section of it. Did a Stabilo all the way around it, and I stamped with Distress inks the foliage, the extra foliage around the edges. Then I colored another page in the Star Wars Color by Number book, and I'm going to be coloring one page per month in this, unless for some reason I do more. So this time I colored this picture right here, and that is Darth Maul, I believe. I don't know. I'm not really big on who all the new characters are. I'm a original Star Wars girl, but there we go. There's that one. Then next, colored this. This was for Color Your Horde, and for John at the Bibliophile Colorist had a Halloween color along, so I did this for that one. That's my picture right there. I'm trying to get some light on it. I think if I get my head is kind of causing a shadow. So I colored this, and this is from Beautiful Horror Coloring Book by Draw Tencil. This was a Color Your Horde book, and I colored the first few in here. This one I used my big Sharpies, and this one I used the Sakura Decorez, which is a gel pen that kind of paints in, and it has a 3D texture. I'm surprised these pens aren't more popular. Well, they're not popular at all. That surprises me. Oh, okay, I did one more. I did this one. I used my Prismacolors for the mandala, and then I used some Art Alchemy metallic paint for the background. I wanted to try that out. So then I did just one page out of Coloring Quest, and that's this one right here of the mushrooms. I like how that one turned out. Then I'm working my way through the Design and Color magazine, and I did this one this month. Again, this is another one I'm going to be coloring in every month, at least one picture. So this, oh, I wish it was showing up better. I messed around with my light a lot before I started, so I don't really want to do much more. I don't think that makes any difference whatsoever. So with this one, I realized that even if you have a whole bunch of patterns on your page, you don't have to color them all in. You can still color in blocks of color. And my table is bothering me. Then next I worked in the Zen Doodle Color by Number Spring Awakening by Deborah Muller for a few pages. Where did I start? Here we go. So I did that page, that page, and that page. Oh, and that page. And that page. There we go. So some things that I'm doing differently in this is that I am using a Sharpie to edge the pictures, and in this one I used can't remember if I used gelatos or water-soluble crayons and Gamsol for the background. Yeah. And then I colored my first picture out of here, and so this is a Color Your Horde book, and I did the first picture in it of Cinderella and the Fairy Godmother, and this is done in Prismacolors except for her shoe. I used a silver gel pen. So that was a Color Your Horde picture. And then in this one, this was Color Your Horde as well. I started this book. So I did those pictures, those, and this one. I don't know who this is. It's a little girl wearing an alien costume, and it says "Boo" at the top in French. I really like these books. I've got a couple more on order, and I have one I haven't colored in yet. Then I worked out of the 50 Springtime Mandalas by Camellia Angelkova. I did this one, which is the cover photo, and then I did this one, which somehow came out in fall colors, even though I had, it's a spring book. Was just feeling the fall colors. Then this book right here, I participated in Zoes Killertronic color along, and I completed this book. I have had this book for a couple of years, and I had done a good amount of them before the challenge even started. So my goal was to finish this one, and I completed it by doing the last 2 pages pretty close to the end of the month. I'm going to be doing a flip through of the whole book, but I'll show you the last few pages that I did. So there is a wolf There is I don't think it's a Buddha, but it's some kind of statue. And a flamingo and balloons. So those are some last ones I did in it. So that book is going to get its own flip all by itself. Then I worked in Disney Coloriage Magique Trempealeau. Loyal. Oh, I've heard them say it. This is the Optical Illusions book. This is the children's version of it. And I did this page right here, which I believe is Aristocats. And then I did Bambi, and I did a Baloo, and I did Lion King. So I'm loving working in this book. Then, working in this book has kind of been given all sorts of jobs to do. I was using it as a test book, and now I decided to just use it to do 3-color mandalas. And what page? Here we are. Okay, so I'm picking up 3 colors and trying to make a mandala out of them. So I did this one. This one has a bit of scribbles all over it because I was falling asleep coloring. I do that quite often. Those are the only 2 I did in here. Then I participated in the Dover Sparks, Dive into Dover Sparks color along, hosted by Donna, Color with Donna, and Lisa's Coloring Corner, I believe. So this is things that go by Diana Zurelius, and I did this one. And then I did this one, but it ended up being quite a mess because this was another late at night, and I was falling asleep while I was coloring it. But I really enjoyed doing this one. So that was a Color Your Horde as well. Then I did Sun Life's Travel Mosaic, color by number, and I did this one, which turned out really nice. I used gel pens for the leaves. And then I did this one, which is Sydney Opera House. This one got a little bit messy because I was falling asleep coloring again. It is something I do more often than I hate to admit, but or that I like to admit. But it tidied up quite nicely because I did silver gel pen in between the lines. And I got that trick from, I believe it's Lisa. Lisa's Coloring Corner. She's the one who does that. So I did that one in there. And then I did some Corkles. I did Beethoven. And Winston Churchill. I don't look and see who I'm doing ahead of time, so I thought that the colors turned out really well. It's not showing up, the colors aren't showing up properly. This is not pink. This is just a very neutral skin color. Then I worked in my Color Me Wild book again, and I'm really enjoying this one, to tell you the truth. So this one is a red panda, and I'm using the Vivid color palettes in this one. So that's a red panda, and then this one over here is a lemur, and I used water-based markers for both of those. Look at the next one. That is going to be really, really intricate. I don't even know what I'm going to use for it. It is so tiny. Then I colored in Creative Haven's Sea Life Color by Number by George Tufexis. And I did this one. Oh, it's kind of hard to open it up. Hope you can see the picture. I just wish they were turning out better. The light is just so dark in here. See, all my pictures are showing up kind of like brighter than they really are. Then I did my first ever Grayscale picture from the Grayscale 2-in-1 Chibi Girls by Jade Summer. And I did the Golf Girl. I really like how it turned out, and I don't feel the intimidation to do them again. I'll definitely be working in this for June, this book, because that was a lot of fun, and that went for Color Your Horde as well. And then I'm working in the Sun Life's one color mandala, but I'm coloring them in just normally. I did that one, and that one. I really like that one. This one, that's it. So using alcohol markers for those. And then for the Dover Sparks challenge, I worked in this one, and this also counted for, Color Your Horde, and it's by Maggie Swanson, and that's the picture I did. It is the cover picture. No, it isn't. You know what? So it's the first picture in the book, and so many people did this picture that I saw it so much I thought it was the cover, but it's not. Hey, then I worked in my Mystery Colors magazine, and I did the Salamander, which I just absolutely love. And the horse. Yeah, the colors are really not turning out very good, but I better keep it. Better keep it so that I can edit it. Okay, then next I worked in the Brilliantly Vivid book, Animal Friends, and I did this one with the squirrels, and I did this one with the fox. And then on the last day of April, I wanted to do a bit of coloring, so I worked in Monstre dans le Mandala. I have a terrible French accent. I don't have a French accent, that's the problem. But at least I know how to pronounce the words. So yeah, this was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. So it starts off with pretty simple mandalas, and they never get complicated, but they do get to be more the further into the book that you go. So I colored the monster, and then I just used those colors in the mandala. So I did that one. I did this one. That's my favorite. And then I did this one. Dive into so that was a Color Your Horde book too. This is a Color Your Horde book. It's also a Dive into Dover, and I just did the one page in here. Oh no, that's not true. I only showed this one. I did this one too, and my color scheme just is horrible. I used 2 shades of gray, which on this paper ended up looking just the same, and I used a wine color and a rose, and on this paper they ended up looking the same. So it yeah, it didn't turn out that great. Then I continued working in my Fairies book. So I had decided I was going to do this book all in gel pen, and I did this one in gel pen. And then I changed my mind, and I did this one in water-based markers, and I didn't like it very much. And then I did this one in various water-based markers, and I really liked that one. So then I worked in the Lilt Books color by number, and I did this one. This one, and this one. This is a new book that I got, and and I tried using some watercolors in this to do this picture right here, but ran into a couple of problems. These were with graphics aqua inks. Sorry, I was just taking a sip. And they're very bright and vivid. I had a hard time sitting at my desk long enough to work on this properly, because I should have gone back in and lightened up this part, the girl's dress, so that it wasn't all just one brightness all throughout. But I really liked the skin tone. I had to mix there wasn't a skin tone, so I had to mix a dark brown and a yellow, vivid yellow together, and I ended up with a decent skin tone, so I was proud of that. Then, just a couple more, and then we're done. Then I worked in Lakeland Classique, Tome 1, Volume 1, and I did these two. So this one is from Bug's Life. I don't know the character's name, and I guess this guy's name is Jafar, I think, from Aladdin. And I goofed up on this one. I was watching TV while I was working on it, and I wasn't paying attention, and I ended up coloring in his eyeballs black and his teeth black, so it doesn't look that great. Then I worked in this Hatchet book. This is a smaller sized one, and this was Color Your Horde. I did the first picture here, which is bamboo, and you cannot see that at all. And then this winding road up the valley, and this Buddha statue face, and finally this nighttime scene of a bridge. And the very last book, pulled this one off the shelf for Color Your Horde, and this is Baby Animals Zen Doodle by Jeanette Wummel. She's my favorite Zen Doodle artist, and I did the octopuses, the mama and the baby octopus, and the background is done in gelato and Gamsol. And that, my folks, is that. Ton of stuff. Let me keep something on here. So, I'm going to do a complete flip of this finished book. That'll be coming up. And in June, I'm going to be working in the color alongs I'm going to work on whatever I'm going to be working in the color, I'm going to be working on the following color alongs. Jade and June. The Chibi Girls book was actually my very first Jade Summer book. I have never been attracted to the Jade Summer books because I do not at all like getting doubles of a picture. I know they're reasonably priced and everything, but I don't want 25 pictures and then another set of the same 25. So I am finding I like a lot of their books, but I'm only going to buy the ones that have 50 different pictures in them. And they're starting to combine some of their books, so that is possible. So I have the Chibi book, and I have 2 more on order. I have the new Kawaii Grayscale one, and I also have the Greatest Hits, which has 50 pages from assorted books. Then I'm going to work in the Basford Blooms in June, which I believe is Sammy's color along, and that one is to color in the Basford books, but only pictures that are only flowers count, so not pictures that have other things in them. I'm going to participate in Shelley, the Stitching Colorist's color along Hatchet Love Month, where we're going to be coloring in the French Hatchet color by number books. Then because I'm going to be doing the Basford Blooms color along, I'm also going to work on the Joanna Julia Jasmine color along, because I'll be doing the Joanna pictures. I do not have a Jasmine Basford book, but I would like her Halloween one. And I don't have a Julia Rivers book either, even though I have several of them on my wish list. Now that color along is going on for June and July, so I may just pick up a Jasmine and a Julia book for July. And then I'm going to be working in Zen Animals, which is to color Zen doodled animals, like the ones in here. An animal that's doodled in. It doesn't have to be from the Zen Doodle book, any book, and there's tons of those, and I have tons of them. It's one of the things I like to color, so I won't have any problem there. And finally, I'm participating in Zoe's Creative Haven June, which is simply to color out of Creative Haven books. And again, that is books I don't have a lot of. I've got a handful, I've got a few. I'm going to have to look on my shelf and pull down what I have. Plus I have the color by number one, and I've ordered another color by number one. So there you go. That's the type of pictures that you're going to see from me in the following month. And thank you for watching and sticking with me through this quite over large selection of pages that I colored. Next month I'm going to try and color more pictures in less books, if that makes sense. Like, instead of coloring just one picture out of 30 books, I'm gonna color like 4 or 5 pictures in much less books. So, in the meantime, until next time, bye-bye!